Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again here on YouTube. Today I wanted to show you what my good friend and brother Ross Hill has sent me over from Ireland. I've done some trades with him as well. I can't remember what I traded and what was, I know what the gift was. The gift was this first one I'm going to show you. But yes, some of them are trades as well I've done with him, and I've sent him over some really cool DVDs and that he needed as well. So without further ado, let's check out what he kindly sent me as a gift first. And that was this Hardy Boys and Lita, It Just Feels Right tagged classics. So the Hardy Boys one is Leap of Faith. So basically, without going into too much personal details and everything else, both me and Ross are going through bad patches in our lives at the moment. Lots of bad things happening for both of us, unfortunately. You know, everybody goes through a bad patch, but ours are both at the same sort of time. It's not my place to say what's bad that's happening in Ross's life, but you know, you've got my support, Ross. You know that, brother. I've got your back, and anything you need, always ask me. I'm here for you, brother. Um, but yeah, as I say, it's not my place to say what's been going on in Ross's life, but I can tell you guys a little bit of what's been happening in my life. So my niece sadly died earlier this year, and it really it was shocking, obviously, and it took the wind right out of my sails. And I've been trying to support my sister best I can, but she's just closed up, and her partner as well. They're both just shut off from everyone at the moment, and understandably so. It's really difficult, but Lisa, I love you. You know that. You're the best sister a brother could ever ask for, and you mean the world to me. And I'm really sorry for your loss of your beautiful daughter and of my niece. And again, if you need anything, you know where I am, and take all the time you need. Yeah, with that sad news as well, guys, I've been also dealing with health problems, which I don't want to get too much into. And I've had a bit of an alcohol problem over the years because of something that happened to me when I was a child. And it's really fucked my health right up. And it's affected my mobility and everything else. And I've got other things wrong with me as well now. And it's been really difficult. It's been a struggle, and sometimes really hard to make time to do videos for you guys, where sometimes I can't even get out of bed because like I have swollen joints, and I can't even stand up properly, and it's just horrible. It really is. And I've had that going on, and things going on with other family members, and that, and then bullshit with Facebook. Didn't like me sharing a WCW video from YouTube. It went against their I don't know, policy, and some other bullshit. And they wanted me to do a video with my face on it explaining why I didn't agree with the decision that they slapped me with a 180-day ban for posting. I think it was Meng versus Goldberg match from WCW. I think it came from that new WCW. I say new WCW channel. It's been about a year or two now, hasn't it? That WCW Vault or whatever it's called. And I shared that on my Facebook timeline, and then there was lots of bullshit drama from that, from Facebook admin. And I tried to appeal, like I said, for a 180-day ban, and I just thought it was absolutely pathetic, and they weren't having any of it. So I tried creating a new account, and because of the same email address as the one I was using previously, they picked up on that straight away, and they said no, you can't come back on, basically. So I had to start from scratch, get a new email address sorted out, and and go from there. But you know, with everything going on, I just thought, you know, I'm leaving it for now, for the time being. But it's in the process of being sorted out anyway. All of that. But I wasn't gonna wait 180 days for something as petty as that. You know what I mean? There's so much other shit that's shared on Facebook. I've seen some really fucked up shit on there, and they get up my ass for a WCW wrestling match, which, watching it back, I couldn't really see anything wrong with it. Maybe they didn't like Meng's Tongan death grip on Goldberg or something. I don't fucking know. But I wasn't having that, and I wasn't happy about that. And that came at the worst possible time as well, as I said, with everything going on. But you guys, you're here to watch this this video to see what pickups, so what trades and what gifts Ross kindly sent me. I'm sorry to talk about anything that may be upsetting for you guys. Like I said, I don't want to go too much into it all, but that's basically some of what's been going on. It's not everything, but that's some of it. And anyway, Ross, bless him, he sent me this over. I didn't even realise, and then it had a note in it as well. I won't read the note just in case he didn't want me to read it properly, but I'll read parts of it if that makes sense, because it meant a lot to me, and it almost reduced me to tears, to be honest. But it's lovely to have such a loving friend and kind brother from another mother. So basically he's saying, you know, to my brother, hi bro, hope you and your family are well. Sent me this Tag Classics from my collection. Please enjoy it. Always here if you ever need anything, and look forward to hearing from you again. Stay safe. Much love to you and your family. From your brother from Ireland, Ross. And yeah, something along those lines. That was what he wrote, and it was really nice, really kind, and I needed that after everything that was going on. But it's not just me that's suffering. As I said, Ross is going through some really bad things at the moment, and I wish him well and his family, bless them. They look like lovely people, and they sound like they're lovely people as well. But yeah, Lita, It Just Feels Right, and the Hardy Boys Leap of Faith Tag Classics ticked off, thanks to Ross. Ticked off the collection now. And yeah, I've never watched that Leap of Faith one before, so that'd be an interesting watch. And yeah, the Lita one was pretty good, so that's a good one to have for the collection. So thank you, brother. And like I said, I can't remember which ones I've traded here, which ones you've maybe sent me as gifts as well, brother, so please forgive me if I get some of these wrong, but they were either trades or gifts, but I'm grateful for them anyway. So first up, we have Maven's shoot interview from RF Video, and yeah, I was really pleased when Ross said he'd found this in his cupboard when he was having a sort out, and he said, you know, you collect different shoot interviews, do you need a Maven one? And I was like, yeah, definitely. I'm definitely up for that. And I enjoy watching Maven's channel as well on YouTube. That's fun. But yeah, I look forward to watching this. I'm not entirely sure what it covers. It may cover about the Tough Enough. It says something about Tough Enough there, so without me reading it, well, if you want to pause and read there, guys, if I hold it there quickly, you're more than welcome to. And it does say something about Tough Enough, so yeah. And I was considering probably getting the Tough Enough, all the series on custom Blu-ray at some point, maybe, because I never watched them all, but they did look interesting. And I wonder if he talks about Triple H on this one. That'd be interesting to find out. But yeah, I'm very pleased for that, Ross. Thank you, my brother. And some Tag Classics again now. So we have SummerSlam 2000 and SummerSlam 2001. Adverts. So yeah, I look forward to revisiting SummerSlam 2000 at some point. It's been a very long time since I've watched that one. I've watched SummerSlam 2001 in recent years when I covered the year of 2001 in pay-per-view. That was a couple of years ago now, actually. Yeah, but that was fun to relive that one again. Some really good matches there. We also have Judgment Day and Rock Bottom, both from 1998, both in your house ones. And yeah, I had Rock Bottom as a standalone DVD from that Attitude Era collection, but I've kindly sent that one over to Ross because I didn't want it twice, if that makes sense. There's no point, as I'm trying to I say I try to free up space, but here I am every month showing you another like 20 or 30 DVDs which I acquire or get gifted. And not to sound like ungrateful or anything, it's just I try to, I try to have just one of everything if I can, but try to, reduce space as much as I can. But anyway, without me waffling on too much about all that, yeah, Judgment Day, Rock Bottom. Classic Attitude Era pay-per-views. When Stone Cold was on fire and The Rock was finally being pushed into the main event kind of picture towards the later half of 1998. Another tag classics. So we have Action and Hardcore. Again, I had Action on DVD. I've sent that over for Ross as well. And yeah, it's good because like having those two on here frees up an extra DVD space on the shelf, if that makes sense, because I had them both individually, but to have them together, it means like, free up what I mean, guys. Sorry. But yeah, there's those. Action, I will get around to watching that one at some point. I don't think I've ever seen that one properly, but Hardcore was a very good one. There were some good matches on there. I will get around to watching the other Hardcore, the Blu-ray I have. I think it's 24/7 or something it's called, with the red kind of cover. I think Ross sent me that one as well, gifted me that one as well, didn't you, brother? And I will review that one at some point because that was a good one to. Maybe I could cover like them both together in a like this set and that one in the same video. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But plenty of videos I've got planned, so it'll happen at some point. Last but not least, St. Valentine's Day Massacre and Backlash from 1999. Tag classics again. Yeah, I remember staying up to watch St. Valentine's Day Massacre and the Big Show showing up during the steel cage match with Stone Cold and Vince. And I was like, hang on a minute, I thought he was in WCW. What's he doing here? And they didn't call him the Big Show at that point, did they? I think they just said, oh, it's Paul White or something like that, didn't they, when he showed up at St. Valentine's Day Massacre. And then I think may have been the night after or a few weeks after maybe, then they started addressing him as the Big Show. Backlash, that was a good pay-per-view as well, guys, wasn't it? With is that the one with the Boiler Room Brawl? Yes, Big Show versus Mankind. That was an absolute brutal match, remembering back at that one now. And yeah, Austin versus Rock for the millionth time. Jarrett versus Owen. Jarrett and Owen Hart versus the New Age Outlaws. Godfather versus Goldust for the Intercontinental Championship. We got Hardcore Championship match. Hardcore Holly and Al Snow. Gangrel, Edge and Christian versus Mideon and the Acolytes. Mideon. That's a name from the past as well. Wow, I haven't heard that one for a long time. Do you remember Naked Mideon? I don't want to remember Naked Mideon. Why am I even trying to think about that? Let's get that image out of my head. Yeah, and St. Valentine's Day Massacre, as I said, with the steel cage match. And various other matches there, as you can see. Bloody Mideon again, look, against Big Boss Man. Al Snow versus Bob Holly. They had some good hardcore matches as well. On pay-per-view. Is that the one that ends up in the river or something? Or am I thinking of a different match they had? Different pay-per-view maybe. Maybe that was Royal Rumble 99. I don't know, but I remember them having good hardcore matches. I really did appreciate the hardcore matches back then. And obviously they didn't really know much about the chair shots and the effects of chair shots, like leading to really bad concussions and brain damage and everything else after it got researched after everything that happened in 2007, which I don't want to go into. But yeah, before all of that, we had some really good hardcore matches, I thought. Really brutal ones as well. And yeah, they were certainly the days for hardcore matches. WCW, bless them, they attempted to have their own hardcore division, and that wasn't as good as the WWE's. I've got to admit that. It pains me to admit that. It hurts so much to have to admit that, being a WCW fanboy. But yeah, WWE did have the better hardcore matches. But yeah, these are really good, Ross. Honestly, I'm very grateful to you for them, and that beautiful note as well, my brother. It means so much to me. And your friendship means so much to me as well. You're such a nice person, and I hope things will start to look up for you soon, and, you know, sending you positive vibes, my brother, and hugs as well, and bro punches and whatever else. But yeah, thank you, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for that. And it was a lovely gifts and lovely note as well. And like I said, it had me in tears pretty much reading that. It's nice to know someone somewhere, even though they're also struggling, can extend their hand and, you know, extend their friendship and shoulder to cry on and all that. But yeah, guys, sorry this one's been a bit of an emotional video. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Sorry again if I've upset anybody with anything I've talked about. But yeah, much love to you all, and thank you for sticking around if you've made it this far through the video. And thank you again to Ross, wonderful brother. Thank you. Much love to you and your family, and thanks again, honestly. Stay safe, all of you. Stay safe, Ross, and your family. And I'll catch you all again soon for another video. And there should be another one with this one today, which is a July pickups, if you want to check that one out if you haven't done so already. Much appreciated. And I'll see you guys again soon. Goodbye for now.